Can I do the intro?
Yeah.
Hola todos. Mi nombre es Araceli.
I don't say that.
How you do?
Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos a otro día más a este canal. Mi nombre es Araceli.
You see?
Y él es mi esposo, Austin.
Hi.
Solamente quiero decirles que él no habla mucho español, así que voy a tratar de hablar con mi broken inglés.
I speak some Espanol. I speak Spanish, like broken Spanish.
Broken Spanish, yeah, that's true.
What I speak.
And I speak broken English, so...
That's not true. I speak good English. It's gonna start raining.
Yeah, I can tell. I think my flight was in March 15 or 16.
No, it was later. It was like 27 or something.
No, mi amor, the first time no. No, because I had to study. Yeah, we were doing some snowshoeing at traps. And we had a serious conversation. You want to talk about it?
You had a serious conversation. Because we were walking, and the whole time we were dating, you were all like, this isn't going to be serious. I don't like long distance. We can't do that. But that's not true, because we can, and we did. And also you thought I was pendejo, but it's not true.
I didn't know by then.
And then, you know, in that moment, I truly felt in love with you. Because you were so worried about our future together. And
Yeah.
I knew that was good. You told me not to say I love you.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, well then what can I say? What can I say that means I love you, but not I love you,
Yeah.
because we're not ready for that yet in our early relationship. And you said,
Oh,
te
wait.
quiero.
We were with the word I love you. Don't say it if you don't really feel it.
Well, no, it's not. Don't say it if you don't really feel it. It was, we were just early. I
Yeah.
felt it.
Did you feel it
Of
at
course.
the beginning?
I
Aw.
felt it the moment I had a first conversation with you.
Oh, mi amor.
I said, well, what can I say that says I love you, but not I love you? And you said te quiero. And then I said te quiero mucho.
Yeah. I had my flight to return to Lima from New York, not from Vermont. So I asked Austin if he wanna go to New York and spend 2 days there with me, and then I will take my flight and he can come back to Vermont. How far is New York from here driving? Do you know?
That's not the problem. It's like 3 hours. But that wasn't the problem. Driving long distance isn't the problem.
But what's the problem? Say it.
That I hate cities.
Austin grew up here in Vermont. He's a farmer boy. Or his family, they have 5 generations or 6.
I'm the 6th.
He's not actually a farmer, but he grew up doing some stuff about it. On the other hand, it's me. I grew up in a huge city that is Lima. The point, we went to New York, we visited, oh, what place did we visit?
We visited a lot. We went to Central Park. Of course,
Yeah.
Central Park is a big park, but we were in a little section of it.
Yeah.
We visited the museum.
Oh, Madame Tussauds?
Yeah, the wax studio place.
Yeah. New York Times Square. And the Empire State too.
Oh yeah, we did go up to the Empire State Building.
I remember. I have some photos somewhere. Okay, so it was the day that finally I had to go back to Peru. So he left me
In the airport.
of John F. Kennedy.
No. John F. Kennedy.
Oh, John F. Kennedy.
JFK. You can just say JFK.
Oh, JFK. Okay. So yeah, he left me at the airport of JF Kennedy. JFK. Okay, JFK.
We just went over it. We just went over it. And JF Kennedy. You mixed the two.
I'm so sorry. That's what I do. Te amo, Bobo.
There was one moment where you were standing, like on the wall, there's like a little table where like people could put down their stuff and organize some stuff. And there was a moment where you were standing at that, and I took a photo of you. You were just like getting your passport ready and everything, and I took a photo of you, and I kept that photo. I was keeping it in my back pocket as like when you were away and you were angry with me, I could post it and be like, I took this photo moments before you left. I don't know. I didn't really think about what I was gonna write, but the point was that at the airport was not the first time that we said I love you.
When was the first time?
A couple weeks, I want to say weeks earlier, you were angry with me.
Was I? Why? What did you do?
You were angry. It was at one of the parties of one of our friends. And everyone got mad.
Oh, okay. I remember which one. Okay. Did I say I love you there? I don't remember that.
No, you did not.
Oh, you told me I love you.
Yep.
When was the first time that I told you I love you? It was at the airport.
No.
No? It was the same day?
Probably. I just remember it was in my car. You were really angry. I was like driving you home. Because you're always angry at me. Latinos, man.
Before I traveled to Peru, you surprised me with something. Do you remember with what?
No.
I was
syrup?
no. He bought a flight ticket to Peru for April. He stayed for 10 days. I remember that.
Yep.
Before I traveled to Peru, I knew it because I traveled back in March. So I knew it that in 1 month more, I will see him again. And that's what happened. So I traveled to Peru and I told my family that Austin is gonna be there in 3 weeks more. And they were very excited. And my dad was a little jealous because somehow he knew that if I would keep dating him, it means that my future wouldn't be in Peru anymore. It would be here in America. Somehow he knew it, but he was happy. By the way, we have a person which is our friend. Her name is Story.
She came twice. The first time she came as a student when my dad was really young too. And she came and she lived with my grandparents and my dad and his family.
She's Peruvian.
Yeah, she was from Peru. She came, and then later on, when I was young, when my parents found out that I was dating a Peruvian, they told me I should reach out to Dory because she lives in Lima. So we did.
It was the first time that I saw her. She's super nice, super friendly. So I picked up him at the airport, and then we went to Dory's house. And we stayed there for 2 weeks. No, what am I saying?
Like 2 days.
2 days. Because then he had to go to my house and meet my parents.
Yep.
I introduced him in my brother's birthday. They were in a polleria. Polleria is a place that you go and eat pollo a la brasa, which is delicious.
The whole family.
The whole family was
most
there.
of it, but yeah.
Yeah. The camera wasn't working very well, so we changed it to my cell phone. We had a plan to travel to Cuzco. So we bought the flight tickets. Actually, I'm pretty sure we bought and booked a hotel before I traveled back to Peru. Oh, I have to say that Austin tried my first time pollo a la brasa in Peru, right?
Yeah.
It was in Peru when you tried it.
It's chicken. You can't go wrong with chicken.
I mean, who knows? Okay, Marcel, what are your favorite foods?
Pollo a la brasa. Pollo a la brasa.
What else did you try the first time that you went to Peru? I'm trying to remember. Ceviche. You tried ceviche, chicharrón de calamar.
I tried ceviche.
Chicharrón too.
I tried a bunch of stuff that your mom made.
Yeah, because my mom has a seafood restaurant. So they have 3 different kind of trains to go to Machu Picchu. One is only for Peruvian. The other one is for foreign people. And the other one is for foreign people or anybody. Actually, it could be Peruvian or foreign, but it's a very fancy train, which I think the name is Highland Vegan. I'm pretty sure that's a name. And it's a huge difference because if you think, when I went to Cuzco, the tickets for the train or only Peruvians, it was 20 soles, which is what, $6, right?
Yeah.
Almost nothing.
Our train ticket was $200.
Because I had to go with him. My sister went a few years before us to Cuzco, so she already knew one. So she already knew one travel agency, and she recommended us. And the only issue is that we went to Cuzco. They pick up us at the airport. We went to the hotel. Basically, a few hours later.
Like 3 hours later, we got like 3 hours of sleep, and then we were on to our first tour. The tour was all day. And the first one was a Mountain of 7 colors. We got to see 2 colors. Orange and red. Because I wasn't doing okay.
Yeah.
I had a lot of stuff going on. So with the sleep deprivation, the altitude sickness, my blood sugar being all over the place, it was not easy.
Ollantaytambo.
Like
we went
locations.
Yeah.
There was this one place where you go at night and you look up and you see all the stars, and this other one where they make table runners out of like alpaca fur and baby llama and stuff, and they had the cutest little puppy, the white puppy.
I have a photo of that.
I have
It's
photos
somewhere.
too.
It's somewhere.
It was a long day. We got back to the hotel, slept for like 5 hours.
At the end, we visit 2 colors of the Rainbow Mountain. We visit Machu Picchu, which was...
That was the last day.
Okay, so we went to Ollantaytambo
And a bunch of other little things. We met this couple.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the whole trip, she was telling me about how she can tell when someone is from Venezuela or Colombia or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then we were on the bus and this guy came on and I look at it and I'm like, that dude's American.
Yeah, he told me he's American.
That dude, I said to her, I said, he's American. I'm a simple man. I use simple words.
Yeah, that's why we could understand at the beginning. Now I understand more things because I have to. Now it's different. But at that time, I couldn't understand. We bought some wallets in Cuzco for you and my dad. Do you remember? We had to say...
Yeah, I said that the other person was selling it for 20, and then they said, okay, 15.
We went to one store first, and they say, okay, the wallet is how much? I don't know, maybe like 20. Okay, so we went to the other store, and they say like 25.
Yeah, and we said, well, over there it's 20.
And Austin say, but and the other place is 20. And the guy say, okay, just 15. And yeah. This is another thing, but when we traveled to Peru the last time, he knows that every time that I need to take a taxi, he doesn't have to be next to me.
Yeah, I stood like 15 feet.
Yeah, because he knows that they will give me a high price.
It was 10 days and it was just non-stop.
We spent 5 days in Cuzco, I think.
5 days in Cuzco.
2 days with Dory and the rest of the days with my family.
Yeah.
That's why. I have a very special photo. That last day of Austin in my home is the only photo that we are together with my mom and my dad. It's the only photo, and actually it's here. You cannot see it, but it's there on the wall.
It's on the wall.
Yeah, it's a very special photo. It's the only one. I'm so happy that we actually took the photo.
I would have worn a different shirt if I had known.
Yeah, I went to the airport with him and my mom and my sister. Somehow my mom offered herself to go with us and my sister too. And I think it's because they knew that I would be depressed.
It was a very long, like 8 months.
8 months.
All the way to December.
I had to start the process again to get that J1 visa. It's a long process. It takes months. And we came back with
now
the
we're
camera.
back to the camera.
I remember I went to the embassy. You cannot bring cell phones, you cannot bring watches, or I think earrings too, you cannot bring that. I went around 10 a.m. and somehow my picture wasn't okay, so I had to take a picture and it took a longer time. At the end, I was the last one in the interview. No one else was there, and they knew that I was there since 10 a.m. and that's why they let me do the interview at the end. And yeah, and I remember when he said, okay, you get approved, and he gave me the green paper. And yeah, I remember, and my dad was happy and he was sad because for him it was so difficult that his little girl is traveling again to America by herself, but this time was different. I was traveling to the airport in Vermont and Austin was waiting there for me. And I think I was arriving around 11 p.m.
Yeah. I showed up like an hour early.
Yeah, I told him you don't have to go so early, but he said no, I have to go because I'm nervous here. I prefer being at the airport. Okay.
And so you landed, I was there, I was waiting for you. There was like 6 people on your plane.
Yeah, it wasn't snowing yet, I remember that.
No, it wasn't. And you came and you never left.
Yeah.
That can be a story for another time though.
I came here again in December of 2019 and I stayed here. It wasn't in our plans.
Nope.
Pandemic happened and so many things happened, but that will be a story for another video. If you want to listen the next part of the story, let us know. You can write it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe
and smash that bell. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Smash that bell. Hit that like button. You know.
Oh, okay. You can say it. You can say it.
I just did. It's funny, you know. Make sure you smash that bell. You know. But seriously, do subscribe because if you don't, then you won't know when the new videos come.
Yeah, you have to. Oh, Amor, and now send greetings to my mom. She sees my videos now.
Oh. Hola, mami.
Hola, mami. Espero que les haya gustado mucho este video y con nosotros será hasta la próxima. Bye.